You know, with a record 65% of Australians under 30 who are either renting or still living at home, and with housing prices skyrocketing 20% just last year, which is a figure so high it exceeds even the most optimistic promises of penis enlargement ads, many young Australians are wondering, is becoming a property developer the only way they'll ever be able to afford a house, before they sadly realise that they neither possess the capital nor the discipline to put on hair gel every single day, or the uncanny ability to mentally drown out whoever's talking to them with,
yeah, there's a lot of black mould in the master bedroom.
But in a property market where the youth is most likely to die in a rented room in Newtown, nothing to do with housing, it's just their extremely poor diet of pasties and nangs.
First you bum around Europe, then you bum around space, bro!
Even if they do survive to the ripe old age of 100, 51%, the majority of millennials will have never been able to afford a house their entire life. But what about those that do? Oh, that's right, I'm being filmed, you can't answer. I asked Bridget, who's just 23 and has purchased her first property in Paddington. I wanted to know, what's her secret?
It's just like so random that you'd even call it a secret. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not even a secret. It's just like really, really hard work. Like, I graduated uni.
And then?
And then I got a house for graduating uni. That's the deal I had with my dad. I got a credit average. In PR. Are you in PR rest?
Oh, so your parents bought your house?
Yeah. Are you suggesting that I didn't, to quote Britney Spears, work bitch?
Yes.
So like, what was it in your view then when I was like a little sperm and I had to watch like 100 million of my other siblings die around me? It's not funny. And then I had to swim through a wall of acid. I was defaced.
Yes, but so was everyone else.
And yet you can't empathize? You're a psychopath. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have eyes for so long.
Yes, that must have been very traumatic.
It really was. Live my truth.
Well, it might help if I give you a picture of what it's like out there for the average Australian ever since John Howard halved the capital gains tax. When the Liberals halved the capital gains tax, it became much more profitable to invest in real estate, and so the amount of houses owned by property developers tripled.
My dad's a property developer.
Jesus, what is it about wealthy children and constantly bragging about their parents? That doesn't give you any glory, Bridget. It just means you won the vagina lotto.
More glory than you as some dad who works at KFC and his superannuation's finger-licking shit.
Do you have any idea what your father does, Bridget?
No, because he doesn't take an interest in my interests. Boomerang.
And?
That's it.
Well, property developers have become to the Australian housing market what De Beers are to diamonds in South Africa.
Purveyors of excellence?
No, De Beers withhold 90% of the world's diamond supply in votes to artificially increase the price. That's what property developers have done to Australian houses.
Purveyors of residence?
In some suburbs, they're purposefully keeping 18% of the housing vacant so it creates the illusion of scarcity so they can sell it for more than it's actually worth. So say you purchase a garish, run-down apartment in Alexandria, the type of place where the mice feel so entitled to the premises that if you attempted to get rid of them, you'd essentially be the chef in Mouse Hunt. And let's assume this rodent-infested shit pit is worth, $1 million.
Bargain.
Yes, going into lifelong debt to live in the real-life mousetrap when it's only worth $700,000, but property developers are scrimping an additional $300,000 off the top thanks to John Howard, who I'm guessing due to your extensive research of asking your mum.
Yeah, well, she probably knows. She's on television.
You're probably under the impression that John Howard was the
best economic manager ever. Even better than Australia's most memorable Prime Minister, James Scullin.
Pre-Howard, 1 in 10 household dollars were tied into housing. Now it's 2 in 10, meaning that 10% of Australia's public money, which used to be available to create new businesses, which would then create new jobs as businesses produce anything.
Like Dick Smith's Aussie Nuts. Not as good as Kraft. Glad you had a go.
That 1 in 10 Australian dollars is now mostly being funneled into the pockets of property developers, where instead of expanding the economy, it's now pursuing the much more noble goal of amassing the world's largest gathering of fat Greek guy entourages, wheezing, "Hey, Tony, where's the cigar? I want cigar too."
It's the party everyone wants to be at.
As a result of this massive distortion in the economy, it now takes the average couple, so that's 2 incomes combined, 8.2 years of disciplined saving just to afford the deposit. And the median age of people who are even considering purchasing a house has moved from 25 to 35 and will very soon hit 40.
Well, my advice is the same as Malcolm Turnbull's then, just have rich parents.
True, or you could vote for Labour, who's promising to do something about the root of this entire problem, which is Howard's capital gains tax cuts.
No, stick with Malcolm's plan, it has a proven track record.
Please press the subscribe button now.
Come on.